Alright, folks. Hello. We are back streaming. Let's see if some debates will actually happen, man. Folks, if you disagree with what I have to say, if you think that Donald Trump is looking out for regular working people, feel free to call in. Let's have a debate. Let's make it quick, folks. Let's make it quick. I think Donald Trump is a piece of crap. I don't think he does anything for the people of this country. I think he's a fucking bum. I think MAGA is being stupid by supporting him. I think they should look out for themselves, their family, and the people important to them a little bit better than what they're doing. Folks, if you disagree, you can call in. You can have that debate. You can have that conversation. If you think I'm wrong, if you think that Donald Trump is looking out for you, you think he's looking out for your family, you think he's looking out for the country, then feel free to call in. Let's have a debate. Let's have a conversation. Let's do that. Let's get it done, man.
It's going to be a lot of talk if we lose this game.
Folks, I think that Donald Trump is not only a pathological liar, but an inefficient president, a president that does not concern himself with the needs of regular working people. If you disagree, if you think that he is looking out for regular people, then let's have a conversation, let's have a debate, let's do it. You can call into the number right above my head. Where's the number? Hold on. We're back now. Yes, we are back. Went down for a second. We're just restarting the stream. Hopefully it boosting the algorithm. We had too much people that were MAGA that unfortunately were not willing to debate, so I was kind of wasting my time talking to them. I'm going to keep it so 100. Alice, I was not wasting my time talking to you. You're chill. You're a welcomed member of this stream. But those MAGA people, if they're going to be MAGA, if they're going to be there chatting, talking, then call in to the number above my head. If you're MAGA, if you think that Donald Trump is looking out for you, call in 305-209-5560. We'll have that conversation. We'll have that debate. And hopefully it will either be entertaining or respectful and a meaningful conversation, you know? Folks, if you are not like me and you think that Donald Trump is a working class icon, he's looking out for regular people. Yeah, I noticed, that's fair. Some people got a little strong argumentative to say the least. And I expect a strong argumentative, like with this kind of stream, there's a lot of, shit talking. Me Famous 50 says, hey, hello. A lot of people will talk a lot of shit, and I don't mind it. In fact, it's good if they even spam the chat, because I think the engagement helps, I would assume. I just wanted one of them to call in, man, because I was getting kind of bored. I do these streams so that people can call in, have a debate. And the fact that none of them were there, they were all content with just talking in the chat. I was like, bro, I'm wasting my time out here. I could be out here playing a game. You know, just the civil kind is better than the last. Yeah. They are, the civil conversations are rare to find. Folks, there's 15 people here. Let's help boost this stream. Whether you agree with me or not, whether you think that Donald Trump is a working class hero or not, if you disagree with me, then you can call and have a conversation. Go like the screen, double tap it, boost it, so that more MAGA people can come in and the debate could be had. Me Famous says Trump is the GOAT. I disagree. I think he is. I wouldn't consider the GOAT somebody that's destroying the economy for the sake of a very small group of people, while also screwing over the majority. It's a real bad situation, folks. Real concerning. And if you disagree, though, with it being concerning or bad, and you think it's actually helping out regular people, then we should have a debate. We should have a conversation. You can call into the number right above my head, 305-209-5560. If you are pro-Trump, let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. Who did you vote for? Kamala? Yeah, Kamala. Because she was just the better of two options. She wasn't my favorite person ever. I'm not like Kamala fan. But yeah, she was just the better two options. We're talking about the policies here. Like taxing those fucking unrealized capital gains of people making over $100 million on the stock market. They should be taxed. That would affect only the top of the top 1%. Building 3 million new homes, that would increase the housing supply, which is necessary to actually bring down the cost of housing. That would be a good policy. And of course, everything that Donald Trump has been pushing has been pretty bad. I'm from Australia. Not sure if I said that already. Yeah, you mentioned that already. The political situation is quite different over there, I bet. I bet it's super different. I think Labor's in charge there. Trixie Annie says I got booted. You didn't get booted. I restarted the stream. Now, Trixie Annie, you've been here for the longest time. You've been one of the MAGA people here for the longest time. So call into the stream and let's have that debate. Everyone should be taxed the same no matter what your net worth is. No. Disagree. Rich people should be taxed a lot more, frankly. We should let the poor people grow, and we should have a limit we should have limits when it comes to wealth with the ultra wealthy. She's far better, but sadly Americans can barely pass a high school, let alone understand politics. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's real sad to see. That's what Kimberly says. Oh, my bad. And to be honest, there's a lot of similarities, just different terms used. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, I'm sure that there's a center-left party and a center-right party, and they have their switching offs time to time. But folks, if you're MAGA, I recommend calling in, having a debate, having a conversation. The phone number is right there, 305-209-5560. If you think that Donald Trump is good, or the Democrats are bad and evil because they're Democrats, because, they're not part of my team, so they must be the evil guys. If you think that the billionaires deserve this country on a silver platter, I disagree with you, and we can have a debate and a discussion about that. I've been waiting a bit for MAGA. I don't know what's going on. I think maybe it's the hour of the day. Maybe it's a little, I think it might be a little too early for him. I don't know. 20 people here, though. Let's leave some likes, folks. It'll boost the stream, so hopefully we can get on more MAGA people's feeds, and conversations can be had, debates can be had, and even if you're not one of the people that want to watch or participate, excuse me, if you're not one of the people that want to participate in the debate, come on to the call and argue, then click the like button, double tap the screen, chat and all that stuff, and we can go ahead and have that conversation, have that debate. Trixie, if you disagree, feel free to have a conversation with the phone number 305-209-5560. And you say you disagree about the billionaire trope? Tropes, I don't know if it's a trope. I think it's just a matter of fact. The billionaires have been destroying this country. We have adopted a neoliberal economic policy since the 80s. We've seen their wealth expand dramatically in ways we've never seen before, and our wealth stays stagnant. Yeah, billionaires, in my view, are absolutely, completely opposed to the policies that would benefit us. Because the policies today, whether we're talking about under Democrats or Republicans, benefit them. Do you believe in God? Yes, I do believe in God. Kimberly says, if you break down politics the way Neil deGrasse Tyson breaks down science, you'll save the world. Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't quite know Neil's methods, but yeah. Would you also blame Democrat billionaires? Here, let me tell you that. Let me get close so you guys can hear that. Yes! Yes. Fuck them all. Democrats and Republicans. I don't give a fuck about political party. Their class interests are not aligned with ours. If some Democratic billionaire is donating to Kamala Harris, they are likely doing it because maybe they want the stability, the economy to be stable so they can exploit people. Maybe they want more influence in perhaps they think a candidate who might have won. They want sway. Maybe they want like Mark Cuban to get Lena Khan out of the FTC, right? There's many reasons why a Democrat might, or a billionaire might be a Democrat, but it likely is not the good reasons. If you work for the money, you deserve it. Yeah, if you work. These pricks don't work. They don't work. All right? Throwing a bunch of money in the stock market doesn't work. Rugged Wild. Your name is Rugged Wild, and you're out here saying most billionaires earn their money through hard work. That's bullshit. I think there was a study that said if Donald Trump just took all the money he inherited, put it into S&P 500, and just let it sit there, he'd have pretty much the same level of wealth, around $5 billion. And I think he's made more since he became president through like the crypto scam. But in general, you can just throw into stable markets. Throw your money into stable markets and you'll make more money. If you have a bunch of money, the people in the stock market that make the most money, it's not like they're particularly smarter than the rest of you. It's that they're coming in with more fucking money. They can throw it around more. They earn it by ripping off everybody else. Rugged Wild says, then do it. What did I just fucking say? These motherfuckers, they have more money. They can throw it anywhere. I'm not a billionaire. You're not talking to a billionaire. Alright? Regular people go into the stock market. Regular people are more likely to get fucked. Millionaires and billionaires go into the stock market. They can make a ton of money afterwards. This person says, I'm not a fan of billionaires. Slight jealousy, but I'd rather farmers and workers who keep society alive deserve the wealth more. Precisely. Exactly. No president should be able to create a crypto as they take office. And you know what? In Argentina, they did the same thing that Trump did, a rug pull. But I think in Argentina, there might actually be consequences for that prick in their fucking equivalent to the White House. In America, our guy fucking did a scam on his supporters. On his supporters. Not me. Not the liberals. Not the leftists. Not the people that don't like him. But the people that trust him. He put a fucking meme coin, which frankly, after Donald Trump made that meme coin, that's the only time I heard people starting to refer to it as meme coins. They're usually called shit coins by people into crypto. He put out a shit coin, and then there was immediately massive losses for people. But he had the platform and the presidency. 80% of the wallet was already owned by insiders, and then there was losses. People lost a ton of money. The insiders made money on fees alone, but also, of course, in the process before the rug pull. In Argentina, there might be consequences for the president that did the same damn thing, as there should be. As there should be. This person says, garbage men and teachers should be paid more. Exactly. Hospital staff, too. Soldiers and law enforcement. Regular people should be paid more instead of billionaire pricks. It's insanity. It's insanity what these people do to this country. But they've been able to go crazy with it since the 80s. Because in the 80s, that's when we really transformed from an industrial economy to this finance economy. That's when we were outsourcing all the jobs. That's when the stock market was doing so well because of deregulation and so on and so forth. Stock buybacks were a thing. When did they become legal? Stock buybacks illegal. For most of the 20th century, stock buybacks were deemed illegal because they were thought to be a form of stock market manipulation. But since 1982, they were essentially legalized. That's insanity. That's insanity, folks. Unsurprisingly, you deregulate the finance industry, you let them dominate. We become an economy that's just, oh yeah, rich people can put money into certain industries and then they can make an unbelievable amount of money. They don't even have to own a company and make a decent product and have decent results if they just invest into the right places. Or not really even investing into the right places, but if they have the money to just throw, they'll make money in the long run. This person says, I believe in supply and demand. Supply and demand, yeah, it's real. I don't understand exactly what you're talking about there. Because supply, that's just like saying I believe that the air has oxygen in it. Then you say, I would like to see Donald Trump on Mount Rushmore. Brother, if we want to talk about the people fucking screwing you, again, you're talking about a guy that's screwing you. Also, you've been in the stream for a long ass time being a MAGA person. You can call in 305-209-5560. Tony here says, estrogen alert. Hey, your mom's calling you for dinner. Thank you. I'm glad that you're concerned about my eating habits or whatever. But again, I'm talking about billionaires fucking Trump supporters. I'm talking about billionaires fucking Democrats. I'm talking about, we're all getting fucked. And until MAGA realizes that, they're going to continue being the perfect examples of Stockholm Syndrome. I'm Christian, so I think Trump was the best option because Kamala has not done anything for the country. Well, Kamala was VP. She was the tie-breaking vote for a bunch of decent bills, like the infrastructure bill, like the CHIPS Act. That's pretty decent. Was she my perfect cup of tea? No. What's Donald Trump done? Increased drone strikes 432%. I'm Christian, you're Christian. Maybe we should be concerned when our leaders are fucking murdering people across the ocean with our money. When the military-industrial complex dominates and they build bomb, when that money could have been invested into building up our roads. You know? Increased drone strikes 432%. Let Saudi Arabia get away with genocide because Jared Kushner got $2 billion and he also got hundreds of millions of dollars through his hotels. Trixie says, do you feel fortunate or privileged compared to the general public? Yeah. I think I'm living a decent life. I think I come from a decent place. Not rich, not millionaire, not billionaire, right? Not even 100,000-aire or whatever. But, like, the general population, yeah. Me Favorite says, we're talking about roads. Yeah, build the roads, not build the bombs. Donald Trump is building the bombs. Donald Trump increased drone strike 432%. That's his record. Under Joe Biden, if you want to build the roads, he's the only president in like fucking 50, 60 years to pass an infrastructure plan. That went into roads. That went into bridges. Billions of dollars into America again, instead of into the pockets of these fucking billionaire pricks. For all the flaws Joe Biden must have had, or has. He did some damn good things compared to what we've seen from Trump, from Obama, from Reagan, from Bush, all those motherfuckers. But again, he didn't go far enough, that's why he lost. He, like every other fucking developed world country, Western world country, faced electoral consequences because of the overall economic situation. The only example in the world of a country that didn't fall to the international trend was Mexico, because in Mexico, AMLO and Claudia Sheinbaum actually brought results to the American people, or the Mexican people, and they got rewarded for that. Do you believe this shit? How slow can one be? Tony, dumbass, call in, have a conversation. If you want to fucking defend a billionaire, go ahead. How wealthy can you be before you become a prick? You gotta ask Larry David that. There's poor schmucks and rich pricks, okay? Oh, and also, I do agree that billionaires get treated special. Yeah. True. My hair ran away from me when it saw me looking at you in 10 years. Looking like you in 10 years? I don't even understand the fucking dynamics of your roast there. I'm gonna be honest. Donnie says, talk about knowing a lot of nothing. That means nothing. That is rooted in any reality or truth. Tony, where the fuck am I wrong? You're telling me that the billionaires have not rigged this system? You're telling me that this system is an actual meritocracy? If you believe in that, call in, have a conversation. There's a phone number right there, 305-209-5560. You can have your voice heard, Tony, instead of talking about silly shit. Alright? Trixie, when it says when you prefer news source, in general, what do I watch for entertainment? I watch like Kyle Kulinski, Majority Report, and so on and so forth. But if I'm doing research, I'll go to literally any of the sources, any of the news channels, any of the news networks, and beyond those news networks, and look at their sources and go based off that. Right? I'll reference far right anti-immigration think tanks, because even they usually kind of contradict the typical right-wing narratives that MAGA tends to push. Fox News is not a preferred source, but if Fox News has something of value, I'll reference the source that they're referencing, right? There was a source that I went to, there was a Fox exit poll back in 2020 that I found significant that I liked bringing up, where they asked people, do you want essentially some sort of universal health care? And a majority of people said yes. I love bringing that source up because it's coming from a Fox News poll. But it was like an exit poll too, so there's even more weight because that was like around election 2020. Tony says, yeah, it's getting corrected and you're rooting for him, dum-dum. What are you talking about? Rooting for who? It's getting corrected? You're saying that the billionaire class, you're saying that Donald Trump and Elon Musk, the richest fucking man in the world, is out here trying to unrig the system for the billionaires. Don't fucking lie to yourself. Alright? Call in, 305-209-5560. You can have your voice be heard. Edward says, I am for a total closed border and one-child policy and free abortion. Okay, I don't even understand. I think you're just being silly. You're just actually being a goofball there. One-child policy. Okay, bro. Trolling used to mean something, man. Trolling used to be a little bit believable. Folks, if you disagree with what I have to say, you can call in with the number right then and there. 305-209-5560. This is the first stream in a while where no MAGA is, like, pulling up. Don't quite know what's going on. Don't quite know what's in the, what's the deal. I think Donald Trump's hair got an email from your hair about sexual harassment, and now we have Elon Musk hair. That's certainly something. That is certainly one of the political analyses of all time. Mega is at work. You left the scene tonight. Have jobs. Why are you fucking talking like that? Why you type like that? Mary says, boy, you sound angry because you weren't smart about to make your own money. Oh yes, damn the ones that do. And does all the profanity make you think you're smart? Think again. Mary Beth Andrews, with a name like that, you sound like an older woman. Hold yourself up to a higher standard instead of getting fucked in the ass by the billionaires, okay? Huh? Maybe you got grandkids. Maybe look out for their future. I'm talking about specific policy. The deregulation of Wall Street. The tax code has been written to favor those rich pricks. And you like the rich pricks. And I don't really like you then. I'm gonna be real. But even if I don't like you, you should not be living in a situation where you're getting screwed by rich people. Where your grandkids are getting screwed by rich people. They should be able to have a good future. And that's what I'm talking about. It's called passion. And passion is good. You should be passionate about your future and the future of your country and the people that are most affected by it. If this guy made money, his hair would look better. What do accountants do when they are constipated? I don't know. I might as well play a game while I'm waiting, bruh. What to play, though? Hold up. I'll still have the number open. I'm waiting out here for some fucking... Try and work it out with a pencil. I don't quite get the joke. But that sounds a little painful. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real. But that certainly is something. Alright, let me look for a game to play. City Skylines, Crusader Kings. I'm no good at Crusader Kings, bro. That game is confusing as hell. Democracy 4, that's a fitting game. Jason is probably Baki, maybe. Maybe, folks. We got Baki in the chat. Wait, how did I see fucking Baki? That's a bald. Not too hard to confuse you. What are you talking about there, Sniper? You see, that's what confuses me about chat sometimes, bro. Sometimes y'all be just saying things that I just don't understand even the formation of your sentence. Sniper team comes in. I'm not hating on you, Sniper team, but you're saying not too hard to confuse you. Axis says, Mary thinks billionaires should have to decide who has the money. Yeah, seems like it. Alice says, shame the trolls have come rolling around. The civil speech is rare. Exactly. Exactly, man. And even then, I want the fucking blood sports, too. I want the fucking clash. But these people aren't even clashing. It's weird. This is the first stream where MAGA never stepped up. Now, I've been critical of MAGA for kind of embracing the cowardice and running from debate and so on and so forth. But it's impressive. This is the first time they just were like, nope, nope, I'm not interested. No debate. No conversation. We're not doing it. We'll watch. Or we'll just watch from the sidelines. We're not going to call in. Drake says, if you are angry now, you will be dead by the time you are my age. I don't know how old you are, but in general, I'm a pretty happy person. There's a lot of things about life that I enjoy. I'm gonna be real, man. I don't know how happy you are with your bizarre fucking page. Gotta have a slur in your fucking title. You know, I don't know what you're about. They have the number there when they want to, unless they can't make international calls. Potentially, yeah, maybe they can. Maybe that's the reason. But, yeah, no, I mean, every single stream they've been able to come in, like ever since I started doing these debate streams, they come in, they do the debate whether it's civil or not, but I don't know what's going on now. Yeah. You seem to be a social justice warrior. Is this fucking 2014, bro? You have Elon fucking you over, getting rid of the CFPB. And you're like, oh man, you must be a social justice warrior like it's fucking Gamergate. So Trump is trying to save money from crooked people is bad. No, I think cutting out the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which saved the American people $21 billion, returned them that money after they were fucking victims of fraud, I think that that's a good thing. Right? And unfortunately, Donald Trump got rid of that, so I think that's a bad thing. Jason says, I'm sad because he don't read my messages. I don't even know what you're saying, man. What is wrong with then investigating the U.S. aid and other areas of government that make you angry? If you want to fucking audit, do the audit. But freezing funding for agencies you don't like is unconstitutional. Bills passed through Congress are signed into President, becomes a law. You want to get rid of U.S. aid? Go to Congress, get a bill done. The Republicans have the majority, get it to the White House, and sign it into law. You do not just get to unilaterally, as president even, get to be like, I don't like this bill, I'm getting rid of it. You veto it if it comes to your desk. If it's signed by a previous president, you get a new bill, get the Congress to push it, you sign it into law, bada bing, bada boom, that's how it was fucking written. And also, by the way, the courts are the ones that get to continue to maintain the Constitution. And the many courts are out here already saying, Donald Trump, you are violating the Constitution. Get this funding unfrozen. And you cannot just delete these agencies. And Donald Trump is saying, nope, we're not doing it anymore. We're not listening to the courts. That's the constitutional crisis of the modern day. Again, you could hate U.S. aid. You can hate all these things. You can hate the National Labor Relations Board because you hate the unions. You think that you as a worker should be not just forced to work overtime, forced to live in a company town, forced to get paid in monopoly money, but you guys think that you guys gotta have a fucking anal bead in your fucking ass the whole time. Right? Prove it. Prove what particularly? The Constitution? Go read it. The courts are some of the most corrupt people on the planet. That's great. You can feel that way. First of all, many judges are elected. Second of all, the judges that are appointed by the presidents. There's a process of this. Third of all, at the end of the day, we have a constitution that says the fucking Congress writes the bills, passes the bills, gets to the president gets to make it into law, and then the courts get to interpret that. And they get to see if it's constitutional so that the president of the United States can't just do every single thing that they wanted. And practically every fucking president has been able to do a decent job at respecting the Constitution in that regard. Donald Trump has been ordered by the courts to stop these federal funding freezes, to stop letting Elon take your personal information and fuck over workers. Right? And then you're out here being like, yeah, well, I don't really like the courts anyway. That's great. Have a constitutional amendment to get rid of the courts. The Bureau of Consumer Protection stops unfair business practices, protects consumers, educates the businesses, and consumers about their rights. Exactly. It returned $21 billion to the American people, and these two fucking schmucks got rid of it. And then you have Dan Poi saying, I say go, let's go Trump. Keep doing what you're doing. He's great. Again, you're not arguing about the constitutionality. You're not arguing about the fucking benefits or not benefits of doing these actions. One thing I don't get is what are they doing about the price of living? Living keeps going up no matter what party gets into office, and they always talk about the same things. Well, yeah, let's go issue by issue, right? If we want to deal with the cost of housing, we have to start looking at housing as an investment. We have to make sure that there's a decent housing supply. We need to make sure that we stop letting our fucking cities and municipalities get ruined by suburban decay, right? And we just need to get the stock higher when it comes to just total buildings, total units. And we need affordable projects to be able to compete with the market, because if we just leave it to the market on that specific thing, the market says make it higher, 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 higher. You know, for a landlord, when they see the house of the cost of housing go up, they're happy. Any other thing we see where the cost is going up, we're concerned, right? They're giving billions and billions and billions for useless things. You don't want them to stop doing that? If you want to get rid of a policy, if you want to get rid of an agency, pass a bill in Congress, get it signed by the president. That's how you can respect the Constitution. If you want to violate the Constitution, go ahead and let a fucking billionaire oligarch destroy these fucking things. Alright? Destroy these programs. Destroy the Constitution. Also, some of the cuts are bullshit. Getting rid of the CFPB doesn't do anything for regular people. Getting rid of the CFPB only fucks over you. You guys didn't do it that way, though. What the fuck are you talking about? On what specific thing? And again, defend the idea. Tell me how it's waste. Jason says, am I shadow man? No, I see you, but you're not saying anything, man. Say something of value. I bet this nerd support U.S. aid. Yeah, you know what? I actually do support foreign aid as a concept. It's actually a good thing. Great for soft power and great for the people that's benefiting from it. We have fucking food in a port in Texas sitting there because they don't know if they're supposed to go out and deliver the fucking food or not. The food is just sitting there and motherfuckers are starving overseas. Yeah, I support those fucking people getting food. Trump is a grifter and we the American people are the mark. Exactly. Precisely. They are not our problem to support. Okay, then pass a bill, dipshit, through Congress, get it to the president, and then you don't have to fund USAID. You don't, as president, if you were president of the United States, say, I don't like this program, no more money, bye-bye, freeze it. That's not how it works. The president is not designed to be a king. We have a constitution for a reason. If you guys ain't fans of the Constitution, amend the Constitution. The way you complain about rich people reminds me of the way incels complain about people like me getting on the girls. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Yeah, okay, buddy. Yeah, sure. That's definitely true. So true, I would say. So whenever the Democratic presidents do executive orders, do you get angry about that, or is it just because of Trump? This isn't about executive orders. Number two, executive orders are also liable to orders by courts. So Donald Trump is doing executive orders, which is in his power. But then Donald Trump is also defying the courts when they say, yeah, this decision, not good. Also, I'm not even fully aware if a lot of these decisions that Doge is making, Elon directly is making, is being done through executive order, right? A lot of them just seem like they're being done on a whim by the richest guy in the world that's in there because he has the fucking money and he donated to a politician and he bought a politician and he bought the fucking White House, alright? You really want to help the country, then you should cut food stamps, welfare section 8, and all these free handouts to get the people back to work, teaching values of working again. Yeah, let the poor fucking starve. Go fuck yourself. Get that shit out of here, man. What are you saying? Yeah, man, the real issue is fucking food stamps. The real issue is food stamps. Another $20 billion to Israel. Another $8 billion to SpaceX. Maybe a couple $100 million here and there for another fucking $1 billion for Tesla. You want to say fuck the poor? Okay, fuck you. You guys are the biggest fucking defenders of billionaires. And you guys think the issue is the poor. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh yeah, man, that fucking poor schmuck in the fucking, in West Virginia that lost his, coal mining job. Yeah, that's the real drain on our system. Americans should not be the only nation on earth supporting every other nation. And we got people on our food. Wait a minute. So you say we don't do foreign aid because fuck the people across the world. But then you're saying we also don't do food stamps because fuck the people in America? Oh, they're not working hard enough. They just gotta work harder. Productivity has been going up. Productivity has been going up. Wages have been stagnant. And you want to say, go Americans can no longer afford to be the police of the world. And if you think that foreign aid is a big drain to our economy, you'll be real shocked when the Republicans want to get rid of $4.5 trillion of tax revenue. They have a $4.5 trillion tax plan, right? You'll be real shocked about that. But it does what you want. It screws over the fucking poor people. Goes after the food stamps, goes after Medicaid. That's Medicaid is fucking healthcare for the poor and the disabled. And they're also, by the way, looking at Social Security and Medicare, by the way. And you wanna go fucking get rid of all these programs, but then also lose a bunch of money through revenue, put the deficit up overall. Not great economics, man. I'm on more sides. I'm supporting and helping these people who are suffering as I suffered, so I know how to feel. Exactly, man. The foreign aid is fucking nothing compared to the shit that we give to the military-industrial complex. The shit that we give to the billionaires. It's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Get rid of it. Get rid of all these fucking programs that you do not like. Go and try it. And don't be surprised when he does not lower the deficit. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised, folks. But that's the main message, folks. If you want to support the stream, you can subscribe or whatever. Do that. You can donate too. I see Jason is saying some stuff. I don't understand what he's talking about. I wasn't even paying attention to what he's saying. Will I be able to use food stamps on Gaza Beach? Well, food stamps will probably be getting cut off, so maybe not. Maybe if we lay off some more FAA workers, you know, that make sure the planes don't crash, lay them off. Then we really save. Whether we really save, well, then the deficit will be fixed according to fucking Elon. Come on. Okay, Jason, I don't know what you're going here. Gaza Beach, more like bloodbath. Yeah, especially if what fucking Israel's doing. Holy fuck, it's disturbing. Genocide, and then fucking we have Republicans cheerleading it. Same with some Democrats. It's unfortunate. But most of the Democratic voters are turning around on the Israel-Palestine issue, and they are taking a more correct position. Donald Trump is jumping straight from Bush-era style, oh yeah, we're just gonna go and spread democracy, into fucking Victorian era. Fucking, we're just gonna annex it straight up. But yeah, again, it doesn't seem like MAGA is coming on, folks. I don't know what happened to y'all. Y'all just are afraid of debate, it seems. Y'all not into it. I get it. But I expected better, to be honest. Alright, folks. With that, oh wait. Mary Beth Andrews. Oh, you're still here. So other than attacking everybody here, what have you done to address the issues you're bitching here? You good on what you should be done? Hold on. What have you done to address the issues other than bitching here? You good on what should be done, but there's not much actions. You helping the poor? Well, I'm personally involved in local and state politics. That's what I do in my time. So, it's my little effort. And I'm arguing the correct position, so in a way that's activism too. But regular people have very limited power. You might be surprised by that. So nothing. Yeah, well, you do certain things before you have the ability to really fucking help people, particularly in your community. I'm involved in local politics. I don't know if you know much about local politics, but it's important too. Would recommend you. But yes, I do also think in general, going on a camera and speaking into a mic and calling out the fucking billionaire class and all that shit, it's a good thing. It's necessary to do. And everybody understands the value of media. That's why the Republicans put so much fucking money into the media. You know? I think this person meant to say Antifa, but they said Atflia. Alright, folks. If you want to subscribe, make sure you subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. Ricky says, this is not left versus right. This is middle class versus Hollywood. Alright, yeah. Hyperfixate on fucking Hollywood. They're your fucking enemies, man. Yeah, it's not the people that fund the fucking movies. It's not the people that fund the corporations. It's the middle class versus Hollywood. Because Hollywood's in California and there's liberals there. So, come on, brother. I do agree with you that it's a bottom versus top battle. But it ain't the middle class versus Hollywood. It's all the fucking billionaires. Democrat, Republican, whatever. Conservative, liberal, whatever. Maybe you agree with that, but the way you framed it has seemed a little bit more on the culture war side of things. I'm not interested in the culture war side of things. Trixie again says, Hollywood billionaires are good people. No. Fuck them. Every single billionaire, Hollywood or not, they should have that money. No billionaire should even exist, frankly. I think people would be very happy with $999 million. I think that they would live a pretty good life, actually. Alice says, he never attracted me here, has been kind and civil. Think some people need to see how they present themselves here and read how it comes off. Exactly. Especially Oprah. What are you saying? Oprah's a good person, or you're saying that you have more hate for Oprah because she's a fucking liberal? Because again, you're looking at it in the team sport lens because you're a partisan hack. Just keeping it real with you. I'm not looking at it from a partisan hack. Yeah, Oprah would be happy with $999 million. Robin, you watch this channel a bunch. Tell me what you said. First of all, you can fucking call in when one of you guys fucking step up. Second of all, Robin, am I a communist? You tell me. Am I a communist? What did I say that's communist? I would like to know. Mary says, so who do you think creates the new businesses? The poor? You're telling me if these billionaire motherfuckers and $999 million, they can't do business anymore? They're too fucking broke? They're struggling too hard? Ryan says, what if you became the 1%? What would you do with the money? Buy some shit for the people I know? Put more money into politics? Buy a car, probably? Pay my taxes? Really get involved in local politics even more. If you're asking me just like if I had money, what would I do with it? Kind of tough for the poor to start a business when the rich people are ripping them off. Exactly. You see, I want poor people to start businesses. I want middle class people to start businesses. They should be able to start businesses. But we don't really have a business environment where the little guy is going to fucking succeed. We have a business environment where if you want to run a local shop, you're going to get fucked over by Walmart. We have an environment where it's even harder to even get like a regular location to do your business, like a physical location, because the prices there are going up with the price of housing. So regular people are being barred outside of the businesses. And also, maybe we should have a situation, this is one of the biggest things I genuinely care about. If someone becomes rich, I want them to become rich because they actually provided something for society. You get what I'm saying? We used to be a country. Henry Ford got rich. He had some things going for him, obviously, beforehand, but he reached a level of wealth that he had because he had the fucking Ford factories. He built the fucking cars. He didn't personally build it. He had workers. He exploited those workers, too. But at least there was success, and it was tied to his fucking wealth, okay? His company became successful. He got the money. Robin says like Elon. Elon's the perfect fucking example. Elon has never been an actual fucking businessman in that sense. Elon didn't create Tesla. He bought Tesla. He marketed Tesla. And because since the fucking 1980s, we've become this finance economy where the stock market rules, where money is fucking not even real, right? It became this thing where you invest in Tesla and your goal is for Tesla to go up and up and up and up and up. And you had Elon Musk, a massive celebrity with a massive platform that did have influence in whether or not people would buy or sell or buy or sell and buy and sell. And he became the richest man in the world, not because Tesla builds more cars than other companies, not because it even sells more cars than other companies. Tesla is not even the biggest selling electric car vehicle in the world. It does not produce more cars than any of its competitors in just the car market in general. But it has tremendous hype. We've become an economy based on hype, where the rich are able to make more money than even anyone could imagine, without actually even providing the level of product that their competitors are doing, not even providing the impact to people's lives, but because they have hype in the market, they can become rich and rich and rich and rich and rich because we're a finance economy instead of a fucking actual proper industrial economy where the money is tied to something. And if people are going to be rich, then how about your money be tied to actual something you're actually producing or giving to your community or the country rather than the fucking stock market, all right? Companies can just do stock buybacks. They can get a tax cut. Yes, Ryan, Pharma too. Pharma too. Exactly. Big pharma, big tech, big banks, they're demons. Okay? Elon was a silver spoon. Precisely. These people come in, they have advantages. In the finance economy of the modern day, if you have a massive advantage, you can just throw around money like a fucking idiot in the stock market. Or maybe you can be a little bit more reasonable and just throw it in like the S&P. And you'll be good. You'll be okay. Your money will go up. You don't have to be talented. You don't have to provide a service. Throw. But in the back of the day, before we had things like stock buybacks are insanity. You give a tax cut to the fucking companies, right? Let's say you cut corporate taxes dramatically so the company has more money so that then they can then buy the stocks of their own company, try to artificially inflate it. And if you're one of these trader types, you're going to invest in that company because if the company is putting money in, then it will go up, so your money will go up. And it's incestuous, this relationship. It's incestuous. Throw in Hawk to a coin. You mentioned Hawk to a coin. Crypto is interesting to me. Not because it's good, it really provides much of a service for people, but it is the best example in the world of how silly this economic system is, alright? Crypto is this fucking naked, disgusting thing where it's like, yeah, we're exclusively buying this non-existent item for the hype. We're gonna buy a shit coin with the hope that it goes up and up and up. And I'll pull out first before it goes down, before everybody else. I'll pull out at a good time. I swear I'll pull out at a good time. You will never fucking beat the insiders. And when you have situations like Hawk to a coin, where the majority of fucking owners already owned the coin, were insiders, and then the fucking normies then got to be able to get access to it. Or even Trump's coin, his shit coin, where 80% of the wallet was already owned by insiders. And the President of the United States, with a fan base of loyal supporters, whether you like him or not, he has loyal supporters, they were the ones that are gonna buy, not the liberals, alright? Not the fucking libs, not people like me. The Trump supporters are supposed to buy, and the fucking insiders sell first, and then it goes down and down and down and down, And some unfortunate motherfucker that got it at the end is going to be losing a lot of money because he pulled out too late. Okay? Gambling is more fucking respectable. Because gambling, let's say you're fucking playing poker and you're putting some money onto it, you're at least playing a game. Actions you do can decide the outcome or play a factor in the outcome. A casino provides games for you to play. With the hope. The fucking stock market, and particularly crypto, you're not fucking gambling, you're getting fucked, period. What advantages do you have over less successful people? I'm not tremendously successful, but what I have is family that has stable jobs and a roof over my head. Alright? So you are angry because you weren't smart enough to do that yourself. You need to go back and read Elon's background. Yeah, his fucking dad owned an emerald mine. He comes to fucking America, has fucking money, can throw it around at different companies, become an investor. And some of these companies, he can use his fucking marketing skills, and you could call that a skill, to get people hyped and excited. And then you have situations like Tesla, where people buy into Tesla. They're not factoring in sales. They're not factoring in the amount of shit produced. They're factoring in the market hype, and they want the stock to go up so that their money can go up. It's just hype. The goal is to make money. So he was successfully able to get these stock market pricks to like him. Amazing. House always wins, as this Ryan person said. You seem to be using your you are using your platform. You're critiquing. Seems like a dose of. You're using your platform. Wait, hold on. You're using your platform. You're critiquing. Seems like a dose of irony. No pun. Well, I criticize the fucking big tech companies too. The person says, "God bless and protect Donald Trump and Elon Musk." Yes, yes, the billionaires, they love you, they love you, they love you. I own a deck of cards, someone says. Trump owns no casinos. The buildings were torn down. That's funny. Are you not trying to make money? I am making money. I work. Everybody works. Alright? There's nothing wrong with making money. The fucking problem is rigging the economy, stupid. And Mary Beth Andrews, you don't even fucking realize it. You're getting fucked in the ass. And instead of complaining about it, instead of being like, holy shit, this kind of sucks. You're taking it. You have Stockholm Syndrome. Stock buybacks were illegal because it's market manipulation. And in 1982, it was legalized. Illegal for most of the fucking century. Legalized in 82. Deregulation in Wall Street in general led to fucking numbers dramatically going up for these rich pricks, and that's why their wealth is going up. Meanwhile, regular workers have only seen their wealth go up by like 18%. Their wealth goes up by thousands. And you guys just take that. You guys accept that as well. It's supposed to be this way. They're supposed to fuck me in the ass. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Yeah, exactly. That's what they're like. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your families. Think about the future. Workers have been getting stagnant wages since the 1970s, man. And it's only gotten worse. There used to be a time in this country where if the corporation did well and the boss did well, the worker did well. They went together. They went together up. But productivity has not changed. It still goes up the same trajectory. The difference is the wages of the boss went up like this, and your wages went, instead of going up, was stagnated. Ronnie Patrick says, what you don't get is it's not cheap running big companies. Yet I agree, on better pay brings everyone up. I understand running the big companies is not cheap, but the big companies of back in the day used to grow with the corporate profits, the CEO, and the workers' pay. Used to come up together. Something changed in the 1980s, and that what changed was austerity and deregulation. Letting the rich people do whatever they want. Having a tax code that favors them. Ryan says, how does what you're talking affect you personally? For you to feel your voice about it needs to be heard. Genuinely curious. Well, I mean, I'm just like, the influencer stuff, it takes time to build, so I'm just trying to do that. That's what I like to do. YouTube, all that stuff, right? It's an interest of mine. But in general, what I'm talking about, where like the economy is rigged, affects everybody personally. If someone wants to become a homeowner, you are significantly less likely to become a homeowner if you're a young person today than your grandparents back in the day. Back in the day, the homes cost a reasonable price. Back in the day, the government was doing a lot of home building. But not only was the government, but the market was too, and the market was not making insane prices. But because we allowed these rich people to treat housing as an investment, that's why we're getting the shit that we're getting with these ridiculous rents, but not even ridiculous rents, but also just a ridiculous cost of buying the property. So your mortgages are higher and so on and so forth. That affects everybody. If you're around my age, I'm in my 20s, and you want to become like a homeowner in the long run, or you want to rent a place, you know, yes, the deregulation of the housing market absolutely affects you. Axis says, wealth disparity between CEOs and workers today in the 70s was like 20 to 1. Now it's 280 to 1. Yep, it's insanity. It's insanity, and it doesn't have to be this way. Basic history, the history of this country, literally shows it. That we do not have to have the rich running as crazy as they are. And they can still be rich. They can still live a good life. But they don't need to screw us over. But we've allowed them to. And it's funny when I'm talking to older folks, like this Mary Beth Andrews individual, who I don't know if she's still watching, but I assume you're older because you have your full name, including your middle name, in your fucking username, right? You were alive in a time, maybe you were born in the 60s or whatever. In the 60s, wages, CEO pay, productivity went up. But you guys were the ones that unfortunately voted Reagan in, and you guys took the neoliberal pill, and you guys believe in that crap. You guys think the poor people are the real drains of the economy, and not the rich pricks. So if you look at Doge, if you look at what Doge has discovered, and it shows you the problem, where the problem lies, the government is the issue. We don't need massive regulations ever. Ronnie Patrick, it's not the fucking regulations. We need more fucking regulations. These motherfuckers can go and manipulate the market with stock buybacks. I don't believe in the shit that Doge claims they fix. The shit that they've done is get rid of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which, by the way, yes, was regulation. It was regulation that prevented certain fees from being too expensive, which saved people billions. It returned directly $21 billion to regular Americans. And you're telling me that Doge cutting it, oh, well, that's good for us. No, it fucks you over, man. Ryan Peters says, so influencing is your motive, and political economics is the subject. Yeah. I'm certainly trying to influence and share these ideas and so on and so forth. But that's pretty much the goal of everybody that talks politics in front of a camera, right? I'm not unique in that sense, but I want people to be more class conscious. I want more people to look out for themselves rather than the billionaire class. So you say, it is regulation, you're missing the main issue, so don't talk about It is in the regulation, you're missing the main issue, so the talk does not solve the issue. Mary Beth Andrews, I don't know what you said, but you retracted your message really fast. I couldn't read it. But going back to you, Ronnie, again, cutting the CFPB, yes, regulation, will only end up letting these fucking companies take advantage of you. You're a consumer. Who do you get fucking protected by? Consumers don't need protection from the poorest fucking person in the land. They need protection from the people trying to fuck them over and only see them as dollar signs. Right? $21 billion to American people for a fraction of the cost. It's an insane return on investment. The president says, so you're 100% dead wrong, bro. I'm all for America. USA has to go. Ronnie, call in, dummy. I'm sorry. Respectfully, you're being stupid. And I say that because I think I want to be real with you. USAID is a fraction of the fucking cost of the federal government. It's fucking nothing. Ronnie, bro, the businesses have to come back to America. There was 800,000, not even 700,000, 800,000 new manufacturing jobs under Joe Biden, okay? But that wasn't good enough for you guys. You guys want to do fucking tariffs that are going to hurt American industry when tariffs are put onto us in retaliation. It's going to make products more expensive. You want to talk about the businesses leaving? When did the businesses start leaving? The fucking 80s. Because, again, we stopped being an industrial economy and became a finance economy. And we're a finance economy, and the goal is to make the fucking stock guys, the traders, more money. Yeah, using fucking cheap foreign labor is their fucking method. Mary Beth Andrews says, you are for regulation. Okay, where does it stop? When it's not good regulation? It go case by case. What are you talking about? There's not like, I only want 50 regulations. Well, I want 100 regulations. No, 100 is too much. It's not that. Go case by case and see what's good and what's not. Bro, this country was established based on tariffs. Yeah, tell me how much fucking money that tariffing every single good in this country will make, and tell me if it will be able to make up losing $4.5 trillion or whatever $trillion that these people want to cut in revenue. Bro, ask yourself, why is Pig Losi $250 million earn only $200,000 a year? Joseph Zahn, I understand. You guys think exclusively in team sports. I'm not a fan of Nancy Pelosi. Alright? Not a fan. They shouldn't be doing any insider trading. It should be banned. It might surprise you, but Republicans do it too. Maybe. It might be a surprising concept for you. We should regulate the politicians to make sure they can't do insider tradings, which is also regulations on the stock market. I want more regulations on the stock market. Ryan says, I've been listening for 5 minutes. I've seen you on here a couple months ago. I see that you believe in the little guy, but it seems like you may lean leftish. Correct me if I'm... No, I'm on the left 100%. I am absolutely on the left. I think... I don't make my biases, hidden. I'm on the left, and I'm for the people. This country was more of a left-wing country under Franklin Roosevelt and John F. Kennedy, and we need to get back to that state. Everybody says you can't ever travel around the world. You cannot have ever traveled around the world. Tariffs kill countries that don't have the upper hand. The United States. That's the United States. The tariffs are going to be fucking bad for the regular Americans. Goods are going to be more expensive if they're done. It's going to be bad for people around the world. And that's bad for us too, because that affects the global economy, and the global economy affects us. If there's retaliatory tariffs, that's going to affect our companies. That's going to cause unemployment. In 1928, they had tariffs, right? They had tariffs in 1928. What happened? It made the Depression worse. There was retaliatory tariffs. They increased unemployment. More layoffs. The person here says, JFK believed in free speech and gun rights. JFK also believed in fucking 65% marginal tax rates on the richest people in this country, which you guys would call that communism. JFK also believed in universal healthcare, which you guys called that socialism. You guys call fucking Obamacare socialism, when it's frankly not even a universal healthcare plan. And you guys want to say, oh no, JFK would be a conservative today, folks. This motherfucker believed in universal healthcare because it's the ideas of Franklin Roosevelt, okay? Everyone says, no, tariffs force businesses to come here. That's a wonderful thought, all right? How did 1928 go? Go fucking research. Do some fucking research. The person says, you want to be regulated. You're pushing for regulation on trade, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You're pushing for more trade regulation if you're pushing for across-the-board tariffs. Maybe, but the other countries will fall before our consumer power. We've done it before many times. It's our right. So you're saying it's our right to fuck over these other countries. We're gonna get fucked over too. In World War II, we fucked over a lot of people, and we got fucked too. Or excuse me, the Great Depression, similar historical period of time. In the 1920s, when they put in those tariffs to deal with the Depression, it made it worse. Dummy, the business here in 1928. Dummy, the business was here in 1928. Notice how you pick a year. What the fuck are you saying? There's businesses all over the world, and we did fucking... We still did trade in 1928. In 1928, we did the fucking tariffs as a response to the recession, and what happened was other countries in the world put tariffs on us. What are we talking about here? Bad Gaming says, how have universal healthcare when the waste, all that money bullshit? Universal healthcare saves this country money. The current healthcare system is the one doing the fucking fraud. The private insurance does not care about you. They only see you as fucking piggy banks. Ronnie Patrick says, no, we added tariffs to rebuild Japan and Europe. I'm talking about 1928, not 1945. Okay? And no, I don't think we added tariffs in the 1940s. I think that was the time where we were spreading out more than ever. We told Europe and Japan to tariff us. Yeah, to fucking rebuild what? Call in. MAGA, if you're MAGA, call in, bruh. If you got some big fucking ideas, call in. 305-209-5560. The number is above my head. It's been above my head. Victoria Batch, you essentially said thank God for you getting screwed. Bro, good on you for putting up with these maggots. You gotta be more patient than most. I am pretty patient. I've been waiting for them to call in to have a debate. Ryan here says, is there a right-wing person, conservative, etc., that you think is for the little guy or genuinely good? I'm asking because I'm curious if you're open for ideas from them. I think many voters care about the little guy. Like regular Republican voters. But any politicians come to mind? No, genuinely not. I can't think of a single politician that is looking out for the little guy. There are certain politicians that will take the aesthetics of sort of populism, but they'll turn the anger to immigrants instead of the corporations. All right, 916 area code. You're on. You'll probably be the only caller for today. But what's on your mind?
Yeah. This is the guy that is Ronnie Patrick.
All right, what's up, Ronnie Patrick?
Okay, so there's a lot of different things that lean left that I agree with, and there's a lot of things that are on the right that I agree with. So I've always been in a neutral standpoint. But when it comes to like information that people just push out there, they never research it. And 1945 is way before 1928. You follow me? That's why I mentioned that in the first place. Because America told Europe and Japan, you can tariff us, we're going to tax the people more to pay you to rebuild your countries. So once that got done, how much more do we got to keep taxing America? You know, I understand.
So you're saying, wait, taxing America. So you're saying that there was tariffs established in Europe and Japan.
Yes.
Because
those
we gave the
two
order.
countries.
Was there like a certain bill? Because I'm trying to research to find the bill you're talking about or the thing you're talking about, and I'm looking for that. I understand that they have tariffs. Other countries have tariffs. But that doesn't mean that across-the-board tariffs are good. I'm not principally against tariffs. For example, there was a tariff on Chinese electric vehicles coming into the United States. I understand that tariff if you don't want the Chinese electric vehicles to enter this market. But again, I don't think much of that really changes from the fact that if we just did these tariffs that Trump has been proposing, which are much more similar to 1928 than what you're describing, we would have retaliation, and we would hurt just the global economy in general, including ourselves. And it wouldn't necessarily bring the jobs back. In my view.
Well, we have yet to, in my opinion, we have yet to see. He just barely committed to what he's doing, and we'll know if it's going to have, and we need at least 4 or 5, 6 months to see who's on board on bringing businesses back, right? They've already committed to $600 billion out of India. You know what I mean? So,
well, we'll see if these commitments go through. I was not familiar with that specific commitment, but the thing is this, right? If we want to say, for example, increase manufacturing in this country, we can just kind of look at the record. Donald Trump didn't really do that. In his first term, he did do a trade war to a much smaller degree, right? Nothing as extreme as what he's been pushing, and all it really resulted in was the need to bail out the farmers to the tune of, I think, like $19 billion bailout because they were dramatically being negatively affected by the trade war. And then the trade deficit went up, you know?
Yeah, that's where he got $25 billion committed to China to pay our farmers.
Yeah, but we paid the farmers back. We did the bailout after the trade war. They were in an active trade war with us. They were the one putting tariffs on our farmers for the soybeans, and the soybeans are a major export to China.
Yeah,
that's why they needed the bailout.
You remember what we hit, bro? We hit a pandemic. So
this is before the pandemic, the trade war, initially.
Yeah. So we're talking about the $25 billion that he got them to give our.
I'm not familiar with this $25 billion number, but there was a farm bailout bill due to the fact that he started a trade war with China, and ultimately he failed at bringing the jobs back and lowering the trade deficit.
And
he
you do know
increased it.
one thing that you just said has a mirror to it. They don't ever check in with you or me. And there's all kinds of regulations on the back end that you can't even Google. You think certain things are public, which should be, are not public.
Okay.
And, you know, unless you file a Freedom of Information Act and delve deeper into some of the, and this ain't private, this is well known. You can Google I watched the whole get down. The 25 billion was supposed to be approved. I mean, already approved, but then the pandemic hit, which actually kind of like washed it away, if you ask me.
I'm not familiar with this 25 billion that you were saying that China was giving to United States farmers. What I'm talking about was in 2018, where the Trump administration introduced a $19 billion trade bailout because the farmers were losing like $900,000 a year or something like that for individuals or for companies. And yeah, if the goal was to bring back the jobs, there was 200,000 manufacturing jobs lost in this country under Trump. We saw manufacturing investment go down after years of going up in his first 2 years. This is before COVID. And it really was not good if the goal was restoring American manufacturing. And that is a priority of mine. It needs to happen.
I don't mean to digress, but it's a real important thing that anybody that might be listening know that, and this is in reference to Doge, period. I don't care if if Elon's name was Bob Fitzgerald or some well-known person or an unknown person. The discovery of $4.7 trillion of missing monies is a issue because that makes up about one.
Where does that come from? What's the source of that? Is it just Elon saying that? Is it Doge saying that?
Oh my God, bro!
I mean, I would love to see some third-party sources kind of verify that because they've been saying a lot of numbers that aren't true. Donald Trump said $50 million were going to condoms to Hamas. And then he also later on said $100 million. So either he was lying with $100 million or $50 million on that alone. But of course, in general, he was lying overall. No fucking money was going into condoms for Hamas.
Hold up. You don't know that it wasn't, and I don't know that it was.
It literally wasn't. People looked into it.
Are you kidding me?
There was money going into contraceptives. There was money going into hold on. There was money that goes into family planning, of course. That's USAID. They go into aid. So there was money going into fucking Mozambique. I think it was like Gaza, Mozambique. And I think the better reference of how much money is usually spent on like something of that nature, like family planning, there was like 40-something billion being sent to nearby Jordan. So of course 50 million is not going to condoms, specifically going to Gaza. That's an insane thing to lie about.
Hold up. And now if we step over to one side, you're going to see that if your study is strictly based upon a left-wing news provision of information and you don't go over and see when Elon Musk notified the people out through the Oval Office, and I don't care where he was at, that if he's wrong, he will make that known. If information is provided.
But Donald, they were not conceding on the fucking condoms. Donald Trump looked annoyed that someone was correcting them on the Oval Office, and then Elon was the one that said, "We'll correct ourselves," and they've never corrected themselves once.
Yes, he did.
What he said that? The president lied about the condoms.
Yes, exactly. It was not the same country that they were talking about. So you gotta realize Trump as a mouthpiece, right? As the chief, there's gonna be people that
they made it clear. Wait, you're saying Elon made it clear that Donald Trump would, like, number one, the 50 million numbers a lie. Number two, the money was not going to Hamas. Number three, the money was not going into.
Do you not get that? Do you not get that, bro? Trump did not pull up these numbers.
So Trump. Yeah, he's a mouthpiece for America, and he's president of the United States, and he could claim that these agencies are spending 50 million, and then another statement saying 100 million on condoms, so he can lie. And you're saying he accidentally lied?
No, it's not accidentally lie. The same first name of the country is the same as, Hamas is getting money, bro. Don't you think they're not? And the Taliban has been getting money. And then the same people that we bombed, they want to give them $20 million for what? In Iraq. For what? For Sesame Street. $20 million of American people's money. Your average person, if they had $20 million...
Here, this is a wonderful thing, though, about our system. There's a wonderful thing about our system. Congress passes the law, or passes the bills. It goes to the president makes it into law. What you do when you don't like a certain amount of money being spent, because I can't verify every single thing you're saying right now in this conversation alone, but what you do is you go to Congress, you ask for a repeal or make a bill to repeal, let's say USAID. It goes to the president's desk, and then you can get rid of it.
Do you know why he's
a bureaucrat does not have the legal rights. Yeah, well, the Republicans have the majority, so go through the fucking process. It's basic Constitution shit. You don't have a bureaucrat that gets to say, I don't like this bill, and I don't like this agency, so it's not going to exist anymore. Even the president the president does not have that power either. We don't even have the president have the ability to do a single line veto, which is like going into the bill, making some changes here and there, and signing it. And just to be clear, just another thing to emphasize, a basic civics lesson, that the president does not have ultimate authority. Even if a president vetoes a bill, if there's a 2/3 majority in Congress, it will still become law, right? That's just separation of powers. That's checks and balances. They're saying no checks and balances. We're going to let this unelected billionaire that bought the president, bought the White House, we're going to let him make the decisions to get rid of the Consumer Financial Protection Agency.
You want to time out real quick, okay? Now,
hold on there. Hold on,
bro.
I'm on a timeout. I'm on a timeout. We're talking at equal level here, buddy, all right? You're not really pushing anything amazing or groundbreaking. Go ahead and speak. You can speak now.
I don't have to be pushing anything amazing and groundbreaking. The information that's being provided is already groundbreaking based upon the trillions of dollars.
Yeah, the $50 million going to Hamas. Yeah, sure.
No, not $50 million, nothing, bro.
So, can you bring up how like this? Can you bring up how like the Constitution really doesn't really matter that much?
Bro. Stacked to years.
Care about that?
Just started.
Do you care about that? You care about the Constitution?
Well, yeah. I'm a diehard American.
So do you think that? Do you think that?
Democrat or not?
Yeah, that's great. Do you think that it should be followed when it comes to passing laws?
I was a registered paralegal, bro. I know a lot about the law.
That's great. That's wonderful. So if you don't like a program, you understand that it goes through Congress, the president can sign it into law, and then a repeal could happen, right? So why are they violating the Constitution?
That's why I was about to tell you the left is challenging certain things that never got challenged at a federal level, whether if he has articles.
The judges already made their orders.
One of the judges.
The judges already made their orders. Multiple judges already.
And he has been following by those.
He has not.
Yes, he has. Unless it covers, and you can't go out and buy a judge, bro. That's corruption.
Yeah. That's what so again, they're not following the judge's orders. There are still people that are like that were supposed to receive. Excuse me.
Is that how it's ran in America?
Excuse me. They're not following the judge's orders. There's examples of people that were receiving infrastructure-related money for their projects, and that again signed into law through Congress, through the president. They're supposed to get that money, and the money's still not coming to them, and they're not being able to do the work that they're supposed to do to build this country up. So. Yeah, they're not following the judges. It's pretty concerning. Even Donald Trump, they've already made multiple statements. They've already made multiple statements going after the courts. Donald Trump saying a person saving America or saving the country cannot violate the law. Yeah, anybody could violate the law, right? Elon and Vance saying that we don't have to listen to the judge's orders directly. That's pretty bad for the Constitution.
The Article 2 of the Constitution gives the president unprecedented powers. So the left can't just turn around and say, you don't have none of these because you're not a Democrat. And that's what's happening, bro. That is exactly what's happening. There's no
It,
two ways.
the Article
no
2
no
establishes the
50.
executive branch, alright?
Yes,
They
I
can,
understand that.
it gives them their fucking powers, sure. Like, they can sign bills into law, they can appoint ambassadors and other officials.
Who started
They can fill
USAID?
vacancies.
Who started that scam
John F.
agency?
Kennedy.
A president, yes, a
John F.
president
Kennedy.
did. So a president can terminate it.
And then it was signed as a bill. It was done as a bill.
That's why they limited now from 14,000 to 300
So
people.
how about what you do is you go make a bill and then you can get rid of the agency instead of violating the Constitution.
No, U.S. aid is not wrapped into our Constitution.
Yeah, no. The process of passing bills and getting rid of bills and changing the law is part of our Constitution. So you want to get rid of it, that's perfectly fine. Get rid of the bill that created it.
So
The Foreign Assistance Act of 1961. Repeal the Foreign Assistance Act of 1961.
Okay, but we're going to call it 4 million people that are above the age of 120 getting Social Security in other countries. That's
And you
American,
believe that.
American money.
And
Yes,
you
I
just
do
believe it because
bro.
Elon said it, so you believe it.
Bro, the corruption has been happening a long time.
And you just believe it.
How is the debt occurring then?
And you just
How is
believe
the
him just
stingy-
because he says so?
Why does the Treasury... No, answer me this.
there's other...
Why does our Treasury check not have serial numbers? Non-traceable. Why is that?
I don't know.
Because
I
they
don't
make
know all
the
your
decision-
talking points off the top of my head. I'm sorry, I don't read all the talking points. But yes, there actually is data on the people receiving Social Security checks above the age of 100. It's not 4 million. It's 89,106.
No.
Yep.
It's about 4 million.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
promise
You're just saying Elon says so. That's your argument. I don't trust the people
no,
that said
not
there's
just
$50
because
million
Elon
of
says it.
condoms going to Hamas. And it
you
kind
have
of goes into this.
access-
Why do you
Hold on,
trust
who
the
do you
richest guy
believe
in the
in?
world?
Ask
Why do you
yourself
just
that
trust the
question.
richest guy in the world? This is from the Social
yourself
Security
that
Administration
question,
looking at
Who
retired
do
worker
you
beneficiaries.
believe?
I actually trust the Social Security Administration a little bit more than Elon Musk. All right? And they keep record on all the different ages that receive Social Security checks. I don't know where Elon got his numbers from. He could have pulled them out of his ass. And the thing is, you'd believe it because you trust the guy. So I'm
No.
curious, why do you just trust
No,
that the richest man
it's
in the world
relevant.
is looking out for the working man?
No, it's relevant to the debt. That's what this is about. Is this
Yeah.
money that's
So,
being given
again,
away?
again,
And why-
yeah,
why-
the
when
Social Security
prosecute
Administration
people
has
and the
public
left is in
records.
Jail,
The Social
you're gonna
Security
see
Administration,
that they didn't go to jail
the Social Security
for without
Administration
a
has
reason.
public records of people that receive Social Security above the age of 100 or above the age of 99 is $89,000. It's been public for years. So again, I'm curious why you just trust, if you're skeptical of the
It's
establishment or
been
whatever,
public for years,
why do you
so
trust...
it never goes up or down.
Why do you trust... They updated. So why do you trust, though, the richest man in the world to be looking out for regular working people?
Because he knows what these politicians, whether they're left or right, I don't care, have been doing.
So why do you trust him when he has a record of violating
He
labor
came
law?
with- He made some good decisions. He even said, "My last 30 million, I made this decision
Was it
to do this."
was it
and
was it
panned
good
out.
when he violated labor law? Was it
Well,
good
you
when he
got-
goes after unions?
Be specific. What aspect of the labor law has he violated, in your opinion?
He went
Or
after
is that
people
just
trying to
something that
unionize. Did you
Well, I support unions.
Yeah,
it
he
helps
doesn't,
the
though.
working class person. Well,
doesn't.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to support everything that he likes, and I would stand up against his point of view on that. So I'd be
Uh-huh.
right there with you.
They-
I'm for unions.
They
Period.
killed the
That helps
national.
with
They
people.
killed the National Labor Relations Board. Trump removed the judge, or one of the members, or maybe not a judge, but one of the board members, and that's pretty much like frozen the program. And
Then why
they are
did the
not
labor
able.
union across the
They are.
United
They are.
States vote for
Hold on,
Trump?
real quick.
Why?
They
That's
are
the question.
real quick here. Number one, like I was saying, they froze an NLRB. This prevents labor law from being enforced. All the investigations, all the work that they've been doing is frozen. Now you ask, why did some members of labor unions endorse Donald Trump? Most labor unions endorsed Kamala Harris. I don't know how to tell you this. They just did.
That they didn't.
They did. It's not surprising. Most labor unions do tend to support Democrats and endorse Democrats and all that stuff. But yeah, there are some labor union members that endorse Donald Trump. But unfortunately, maybe they didn't think that he would go after the NLRB, right? Donald Trump and Elon Musk were laughing on Twitter Spaces about how well Elon fires workers. Elon Musk has made statements saying that unions are like he's openly anti-union. So it's concerning stuff.
Yeah, that is it. I can't say that it's a first or second alarm in my consciousness of being aware of people's decision-making powers. But I do trust that if there's relevant information, he has no typical reason to lie to any of us, because I know why X became X, and I know what happened.
They have reasons to lie.
No, but I'm saying there's Big Pharma, his son, and the sex change, and a wide variety of things. That's why X is not called Twitter no more. So there's so much more to these fascinating stories that we base our information upon.
I mean, he does hate his transgender child. That's true. That's probably why he cares so much about the trans issue. But that doesn't really erase from the fact that he has absolute financial interest in getting rid of a lot of these agencies. For example, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, it returned Americans $21 billion from the big banks. It has many regulations that I know some people are anti-regulation, but those regulations will prevent certain fees and save people tens of billions of dollars a year. At the end of the day, the corporate world doesn't like it. It regulates them. It doesn't allow them to go after consumers as hard as they would like to, and they again destroyed it. Elon openly was like, "Rip NLRB," or excuse me, CFPB. Sorry, you were saying.
It doesn't allow, like, and I'm only going to speak from the working class people in society, okay? There's so many regulations that every state, especially where I live at in Sacramento, California, that they put so many different regulations that are pathetic that stop a person from getting ahead, like for licensing, if you're like a fencer, you know what I mean, putting up a property. You can't just become one unless you get somebody to sign.
I don't mind deregulating where it needs to be or where it can be, where it's not necessary. That's perfectly fine. But the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau was not an unnecessary piece of regulation. In fact, it's one of the few beneficial things for working people. If you want to, for example, in your local politics, change the regulations on tables outside of businesses, maybe it's a little too restrictive, and you say instead of having 3 tables, you're fine with 4 tables. Sure, deregulate there. But, you know, Mark Zuckerberg, Mark Andreessen, Elon Musk, going to war against the CFPB, partly because the CFPB was gradually going more and more into big tech's world and putting regulations on them. You know, big tech does things like steal our data and sell it to private brokers. They were regulating them more, and that's why these billionaires wanted it dead, and this administration will continue to serve the billionaire class. You know, it's what he did in the first term, too.
No, I don't think it's Trump has not a bad agenda for American people, and I don't know the overall effects of his decisions on the economy right now. Because when he was in office before, all they wanted to do is file case after bogus case against him that were not really criminal. Where you had to pass a law that made if there's a second crime committed that you're saying you receive money and you get a payout. Now that's 2 crimes in one. They become felonies. Where ABC just paid Trump $16 million not too long ago, right?
Much of the mainstream media is doing that to appease the guy, and you should be concerned when a guy is like getting mad, saying like, "Oh my gosh, they did editing I didn't like." Every news agency does editing.
That's the same thing he did to get
but
the
again, they settled because ultimately they rather avoid a case than going into this big long match, and the media is full of cowards. The media is overwhelmingly cowardly. I'm not a big fan of the media. They are not committed to telling truth to power. But going back to that first term, You made a point about the cases. The cases against him
He was being
came more
attacked from many
after.
different angles.
They came more
So, and
after his first term, after his presidency, because certain things he did during his presidency, they weren't really happening while he was president. But in his first term, his biggest achievement was a tax cut for the rich. There was deregulation. Like, people talk about RFK Jr. and, oh my gosh, I want to make America healthy again. Donald Trump took $1 million from a chemical company through his inauguration fund, and then he deregulated that company. I don't remember the chemical off the top of my head because it's like a long, complicated name. You know how chemicals be. But this chemical has no safe level of consumption. But Donald Trump took the money and he deregulated it, as to be expected with this guy. Ultimately, he rose the deficit. He took the momentum of manufacturing, construction funding going up, and it stagnated and went down, and then so did the jobs.
no, that happened under Biden, bro. I'm a fence builder.
No,
and I felt
brother.
the impact under Biden. No, I
Brother.
felt it myself.
Brother.
For 13 years, I've been building fences. And under Biden, it was highly impacted.
I'm not denying that you were involved in building fences or anything like that. But let's just establish the facts, okay? Under Biden, manufacturing, construction, investment, not investment into the stock market, but money literally going into putting shovels in the ground, was the highest it's been since World War II. Like, that's insane. Whether you like Biden or not, whether you like Biden or not, you just like, if Donald Trump did that, I would give him credit. Okay? Can you give credit to someone you don't like? I understand you don't like Biden, but if manufacturing, construction, investment went up, that's a good thing. Every American agrees should agree. That's a good thing, right?
Hold up. Do you not know that early in Biden's career, he made it known right in front of the media, it's available to anybody? He said, for the right price, we can all be bought. At that point, you would never get my vote ever.
Brother.
I don't trust that guy ever.
Brother, I don't like Joe Biden, okay? But you can recognize when an action that happened under him is a good thing.
No, the open border? Nah, never.
You're going into a different issue. You're going into a different issue. Hold on. Let's stick to one thing at a time. Let's stick to one thing at a time, okay? I'm not asking you to suck Biden off. But can you recognize that when manufacturing investment goes to pre-World War II levels because of public and private investment into this country, that's a good thing, right? If Trump did that,
that would have been a good thing.
If Trump did that, would you give Trump credit for getting manufacturing, construction?
Trump's been back in office 20 days, bro. I told you. Lawfare before.
I'm asking you simply, if Donald Trump did that, would you give him credit?
Yes.
Good. So you would give credit if Donald Trump did that. But Joe Biden doing that, you don't give credit. That,
I would say, okay, this is where he did a positive thing. I'm not.
He did do that, though. He did do that.
No, I don't think he did. I don't believe it.
He objectively did that. You could look at the Fed from St. Louis. You could look at the U.S. Census Bureau. The total construction spending in manufacturing in the United States.
You mean fixed numbers?
Again, wait. This is just data collection that's been collecting data for decades. It's decades of data. And you're saying that we can never reference data because you're saying it's fixed. But believe me, I trust Elon Musk when he says there's more people on Social Security than there are in this country. Come on. You cannot just trust the billionaire that directly is in government. Brother,
Elon wouldn't have to tell me that for me to know that.
Brother, you're saying you don't think that's true. Elon said it. That's great. Show me a third-party source. Show me a third-party source. You're saying that the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis that just collects economic data on so many different subjects. You're saying that all the data is just not true. All right? But Elon, who has financial incentive to... Elon has financial incentive. Elon has financial incentive. All right? To rig this economy more for people like him, which he's already played a role in doing. He already went off on the unions. He went against the unions. He went against the consumers. But you just trust him on touching Social Security. Give him Social Security.
Does Elon own a home? Answer the question.
Does Elon own a home?
A mansion? No.
Does Elon own a home? I don't care if Elon owns a home, bro. I don't care if Elon owns a home.
You don't care about the money.
You don't think Elon has like any homes where anybody lives?
He don't care about the money.
Yeah, Brother, that's like saying a heroin addict doesn't care about heroin. These people that are the richest people in the fucking world are obsessed with
What about Mark
fucking money.
Zuckerberg?
And
You
by
like
the
Mark
way,
Zuckerberg?
no! Fuck them all! I don't know why you expect me to be like some fucking team player. Oh man, you hate Elon, but you must like Zuckerberg. No! I hate all of them. Because they're taking money that belongs to the people of this country and they're putting it into stock buybacks and trying to fucking buy politicians. And by the way, Elon Musk does seem to own a mansion. So,
Oh, you mean a place where his kids might reside? Everything that he had before he sold it.
No, a mansion. You asked if he owned a mansion. He owns a mansion, okay? Does that change anything? No, he's a billionaire prick. Alright? So, let's go back onto it. Apparently, you can't trust economic data from people that spend their whole fucking lives collecting economic data. But you can trust Elon Musk, who has a record of going after unions. You said you're for the unions. Alright?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you.
So they fuck the unions. They're trying to kill unions in this country.
Every decision and everything that gets done, I haven't seen enough time in Trump's second.
In 1 month, he stopped the National Labor Relations Board from working, from actually investigating and enforcing labor law.
And he might be wanting to send him back to the States, bro. Like education, which I agree. The states should take care of the education, not
he
the
wants
Fed.
to send. Okay, so you're just saying trust labor law to be enforced by the states. All these different states that do these anti-union laws. You want to let them do it and fuck over unions on the state level? Yeah, sure. Like you'll have some blue states like Minnesota that'll probably be nice to unions. Michigan will probably be nice to unions. New York or whatever. But do you trust fucking Arkansas under Sarah Huckabee Sanders to be nice to unions?
I believe in. We have 50 different states. We don't just have one land. And let me explain it like this, bro. The only reason I see it like that is because when I became a paralegal a long, long time ago in the mid 90s, I was like, well, they should pass laws that cover every state all evenly, so we have an equalness here in this country. Well, no matter what state it is, they would have one penal code, right?
Uh-huh.
And one system that we ran by, so everybody had that equal effect by authority and law, etc. But that would never happen. So you just have to accept the fact that every state is going to have to run
they run things differently. You know, states have their state legislatures and their governors, and they do bills on their like that they do, right? But every worker from every corner of this country deserves a right to unionize, and we have labor law to protect that right. It was established in like the 1930s. It's been around for decades. It's not like a debate that's like happening. I'm like, should we or should we not establish this labor law? Will it be good? Will it be bad? You know, like you can say the healthcare debate. If you want to talk about universal healthcare, yeah, there's a debate on what should be done or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. This has already been done. And they want to get rid of workers' rights to unionize because they're billionaires and it's in their interest. It's in their interest. They have been influencing politics, of course. That's why since the 80s, we've had a government policy that deregulated the stock market to allow stock buybacks. Right? We saw austerity, privatization. We saw the tax code that favors them. We used to have a tax code in this country where the top marginal tax rate for people, not everybody, but only the people on the top, was like 90-something% above a certain amount of money, right? Let's say it's like above 1 billion. Every dollar you make above 1 billion, you're going to get taxed fucking 99% or 91%. I'm not saying we have to go that high. But that was the state of the country that we used to live in, and that was the time where we saw the middle class explode like we've never seen in probably the history of the world at that point in time. Now we have a tax code that lets, well, one, we allow stock buybacks, so we allow legalized market manipulation, and two, the fucking rich have never had it better. Trump talks we're going to be in a golden era for this country. We're not in a golden age. We're in the fucking Gilded Age 2.0.
my particular jury's out on that right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, no
As
problem.
far as you know what I mean. I'm personally, given the fact that Trump had got shot, and I know a little bit more probably about that than what you know about it, because I know what FBI are supposed to do. I know they're not supposed to tell a family that you're going to cremate your son whether you like it or not. They're not going to clean your house better than 24 overpaid maids. You know what I mean? They're not going to have an assassin's phone pinging at an FBI office, and they're not going to go up. They're taught in all investigations across this world to preserve the crime scene for as long as possible. Second day, they're pressure washing the top of that building. So I don't trust, and that's under Biden. And I trust that not Biden himself. I don't think Biden might not like Trump, but he wouldn't want him dead. Others would.
So what? The elites, the billionaires, they want him dead?
Not Elon.
Yeah. No, of course not Elon. None of the fucking billionaires want him dead. They're making money because he's in there. Nobody wants him dead.
Oh, but multi-millionaires would. Big Pharma would.
Big Pharma is gonna fucking benefit, bro. He did, dude. He did Operation Warp Speed. What are you talking about? He's. If you want to deal with Big Pharma, you want to piss off the insurance agencies and Big Pharma. Have universal health care. Get rid of these private insurance fucking vultures that are robbing people. All right. How about with Pharma? How about with Pharma instead of letting them take publicly funded research, taking the medication and then selling it and making more money from it when it was funded, its creation was funded by the people. How about we nationalize Big Pharma?
Yeah. Why not?
And Donald Trump is not going to do that. He's going to deregulate them more.
And me and you can't force him to do that, but that would be a very good idea. I would definitely agree. See, that's three areas we definitely agreed upon. I'm not one side or the other.
I'm glad we can agree on manufacturing. I'm glad we can agree on the unions. I'm glad we can agree that like these guys are vultures. But again, you got to rethink, because you got a good head on your shoulders. You care about these issues. But you're supporting a lot of people that really do not have any interest in supporting you, man. But, brother, I appreciate your time. I appreciate the conversation. I think it was actually better than a lot of conversations that I have, So, I respect your time, man. Thank you for coming on.
I appreciate the conversation, too, and the ability to get on and discuss some of this. It's really a heavy topic, a big weight in the world right now. And we'll see how it all plays out. You know what I mean? No hard feelings, you know what I mean? Like I said, we agree on certain things, and, at least there's common ground that, keeps us as grounded human beings, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have a good night, man. I appreciate you, man. I thank you for your time. You have
a great one, too, bro.
Yep.
All right.
You see that for a fairly, at times the conversation got heated because there's passion there, right? But that was still a passionate but respectful conversation at the end of the day. It's very possible. It's very possible. Pretty good. But anyway, I'm going to log off because I've been streaming for a while. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks for coming.